Brendan says we need new material. It's Brendan with an E. Brendan. Agree to disagree. There's no disagreeing. That's his name. I thought we came here to talk about Sasquatch and Bigfoot. That's all you ever talk about. You are not gonna believe the evidence I have for you. No, you're right. I probably won't believe it. It is incredible. Have you seen this Bigfoot hand? A Bigfoot hand. That's right, a Bigfoot hand. It was found in a Montana dump and was given to the police department. They suspected foul play. So you mean it was a human hand? No, it's not a human hand. It's a Bigfoot hand. What makes you think this is a Bigfoot hand? I mean, what else can it be? Let me finish my story. So the police eventually gave it back to the Bigfoot researcher. They gave the human hand back to the Bigfoot researcher. That's right, and it's been preserved in isopropyl alcohol. Wouldn't the fact that the police gave this hand back pretty much eliminate the possibility it was human? It's not human, it's Sasquatch, I'm telling you. You know, there's a lot of bears in Montana. So what's your point? My point is it's likely to be a bear hand. No, it's a Bigfoot hand. How many times I gotta tell you? It's a Bigfoot hand, it's amazing. Have you noticed that it's missing the distal phalanges? You and your big words, Mr. Smarty Pants, Mr. I know it all, Mr. It's a bear hand. Technically, it would be a bear paw. The distal phalanges is why it doesn't have any fingernails. Don't you wonder why it doesn't have fingernails or skin? Look, I don't know about all those details. I just know it's a Bigfoot hand, and I am so excited to finally have proof of Sasquatch, a Bigfoot hand. This is like the hand that Jimmy Stewart smuggled the finger bone out of Tibet. Remember the Yeti hand? Which was actually human. I don't know why I'm friends with you. You are so skeptical. I'm just being reasonable and sensible. Think about it. How did Bigfoot lose his hand in a dump, lose the distal phalanges, and have the hand scun? Well, I don't really have an answer for that, but looks like a Bigfoot hand. What exactly does a Bigfoot hand look like? Well, it looks a lot like a human hand, except it's a Sasquatch. Please, be reasonable. Just think about this for a minute. Look, I have thought about it, and this guy has his hand, and he says there's only 3 possibilities. It's either a human, a bear, or a Bigfoot. How did Bigfoot even get into the realm of possibilities? It's a bear paw. It's a scun bear paw. This is what taxidermists do. How would you know? Are you a taxidermist? Look, I don't have to be a taxidermist to understand that when you skin out a bear, the hide is the trophy. Skinning out the paw is delicate work. It's usually reserved for the taxidermist. They sever the hand at the wrist and they leave it intact and salt it down, and then the taxidermist skins it out and frequently discards the leftover hand, missing the distal phalanges in the town dump. Yeah, it was found at the town dump. I'm glad to see we're on the same page. We are not on the same page. I'm trying to tell you all the evidence points to this being a bear paw. This is a frequent occurrence. It's happened in Maine. I spoke to a game warden. All you ever want to do is discredit the amazing evidence that I bring to you on a daily basis. Just for the sake of argument, let's assume that it's a Sasquatch hand. Please explain to me how the hand got scun, got severed at the wrist, got deposited at the town dump, and is missing the distal phalange. Lots of explanations. I can't think of a single one offhand, but I can't think of a single one offhand because there isn't any reasonable explanations. The reasonable explanation is it's a bear paw scun out by a taxidermist and deposited at the town dump, which is what they do on a regular basis. Ask any taxidermist. Look, I don't have time to be interviewing countless taxidermists. I'm more interested in Bigfoot evidence. I'm providing you with this pristine evidence. Look, I'm telling you it's a bear paw. Go get it x-rayed. You'll notice that the ratio to finger bones are not consistent with humans. It's not consistent with humans because it's a Sasquatch. No, it'll be consistent with bears. It's a bear paw. Agree to disagree. Why is that so hard for you to understand? I think I understand perfectly well. If you weren't so skeptical, these conversations would go much smoother. If I wasn't so skeptical, I believe in unicorns. You believe in unicorns too? No. Do you listen to anything that I say? I can't believe that you believe in unicorns too. It's almost like we're twinsies. All of the Bigfoot evidence you bring me is rubbish, pure rubbish. Well, you don't have to be mean. On top of being cynical, you're also just mean. You're a mean non-believer, that's what you are. And a hater, a Bigfoot hater. I am none of those things. I am simply trying to get you to use logic and reason. I can't believe you're so skeptical when there's a photograph of a Bigfoot hand staring you right in the face. Look, it makes absolutely no sense that somehow a Bigfoot hand got severed, skun, lost the distal phalanges, and found its way to the town dump. Look, I don't know why that's so difficult. Somebody may have shot a Sasquatch, they were preparing it for taxidermy, and then they got worried that they'd be arrested for killing a human being. You have absolutely no evidence to support that narrative. You asked me for a possible solution. It's a very reasonable, logical, reasonable assumption to come to. We have the Bigfoot hand. We have the hand. Somehow it got there. It's not a Bigfoot hand. It's exactly what taxidermists do. It happens all the time. There's a peer-reviewed paper detailing this exact event. You know, every time I talk to you, you get so angry. I really worry about your heart. You might have an aneurysm. If I had an aneurysm, it would be a blessing. I wouldn't have to engage in these conversations with you anymore. You know, it's really tough being friends with you. Tough being friends with me? Oh my God. You know, you really should get some pills to calm down. Take something. Maybe a Benadryl. Has it ever occurred to you that Bigfoot's not a physical creature? I have moved on. Have you seen this photo out of Florida? Trail camera photo of a Sasquatch holding a baby Bigfoot. Oh, good Lord.